Greetings everyone, a warm welcome to you all. Hey, thanks for joining me. Libra, this is your reading for May 2019. Today is the 22nd of April, Easter Monday here in New Zealand, and of course we have just woken up to yet more terrible news of further global hate acts of terrorism, bombings in Sri Lanka. So the planet alignment that went through March and April appear to be very accurate in the intensity of activation of things going on and quite frankly going wrong. As we move into May, those planets abate back a little bit. There's not so much retrograde issue going on. There's not so much movement. There's a lot calmer energy. And in fact, just over the Easter weekend, we have had the full moon of Easter, which was a pink full moon, and I know a lot of people globally were doing meditations to help bring in peace, love and calmness. It appears that we needed more of that type of meditation. So anyhow, we will move into your reading knowing that May produces planetary wise or cosmically wise a little bit of calmer energy in the skies for us, so we'll see if that traverses through the cards. There are the 4 decks that you see in front of you. The first 3 are tarot related, and this one is called The Soul's Journey by James Van Praagh. These are quite intense, so I wouldn't pull too many of them in a reading anyhow, but I'll start the shuffling with this deck over here. Oh, wow, I don't know what to do about that. That was hidden in there and I had no idea. And it just popped out. I think that's a bit strange. So, okay. It's the King of Cups. Perhaps we will let him be in the reading anyhow. So it might be a water sign person around you who is playing some sort of role at the moment, or just this feeling of love and connection and the heart, because that is what the King of Cups does. So whether or not you're wanting to project your love out there, or you are feeling love from other people, or you have an alliance or allegiance or connection with I keep saying Cancer, but I don't necessarily mean that, but with a water sign person, then that could very much be part of a focus for your month in May, given that that card was in hiding. I think that's really quite cool. He was actually out for the reading I just have done first, which was the Aries reading, but I didn't realise that he was in the deck of cards. Just check that that is up the right way. So I'll do another shuffle. So this is for Libra. What would you like them to know? What is important for them, or helpful or insightful or supportive for May as we move forward? These are the John Holland Psychic Tarot cards. I have actually shuffled them anyhow before we started, but I think you all like to see the shuffling process. It just kind of gives you confidence to know that nothing is pre-formatted or staged or fake, as the case might be. So who is your King of Cups? Who is this person that's in your life possibly? It could be like a family member, or someone who you just find supportive and nurturing. It could be for some of you someone like a counsellor, or someone who feels a connection to your heart energies or is close to you in some way or another. And as I say, it could be a water sign, so possibly new romance for some of you. Possibly this person is on your mind. They might visit you in the month of May, or you might be going to visit them, or they could play a prominent role, especially given the way they turned up in the reading. That's kind of indicative of something specific. Oh, that wasn't very good. Let's do some of this type. Everyone knows by now, I'm sure, I'm not the world's best shuffler. I don't seem to be a deft shuffling person, but they still turn out the way they're meant to, one way or another. So this is for Libra. These ones are quite rigid, a little bit more difficult to shuffle. Once the shuffling is done, there will be no more, so it is really just at the very beginning that we are doing this, so just bear with me. Have a little patience, guys. It's a wonderful thing. Okay, so let's see what Libra have in store for them. I will start here. Oh, nice. Blossoming abundance. It's a beautiful card. It talks of prosperity in many different ways. So it starts off with the number 3 as well, which is also the numerology vibration of the whole year of 2019. It's the Trinity number too. Interesting for this weekend. But blossoming abundance can come to you in many ways of creativity, passion, excitement, love, happiness, good health, good wealth. You know, it would be a card of high manifestation of all different aspects of life. And actually, if you look close enough in that card, you should be able to see quite a few little coins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, at least 8 coins that I can see. So I think they are talking here about some sort of material or financial abundance as well. So that's a really promising way to start your reading. And this could come through many different ways, but it feels to me as though it's given or loaned or gifted or won or inherited. Could be a pay rise. I love this card too. This is the 8 of Wands, accelerated motion. So we're seeing activity, events occurring. Now this card can also indicate new people coming into your life, so new relationships, possibly someone like this. Now the king doesn't have to represent a male, it can be a female, but it can also represent someone who offers you something like a job or a new career or insight or ideas or inspiration or support. This one here, the 8 of Wands, can also mean travel and sometimes by ear. So whether or not that's for a job interview or applications or for holiday for a lot of people as well. She's looking up into the sky and she sees that kind of like shooting star going by. So this accelerated motion could come to you very quickly through ideas or concepts as well. Now the whole prospect of new people coming into your life, it doesn't have to be just romantic people. It can just be, wow, you know, like turn the corner and a whole bunch of new friends or colleagues, work people. You might move to a different home and meet new neighbours or people who live in the same building, things along those lines. So quite nice cards for you guys to be starting off with here. Manifestation, movement, you know, ideas, creativity. I'm a little bit concerned that I might have this deck upside down. I don't, but he did come in upside down, so I suppose I should reference that. So the King of Swords is yourself. It's an air sign activity. When they reversed, it just means that something isn't flowing quite as well as it should do. So given that he is often about communication and getting ideas across and sometimes signing things written, then it could be a stalling of something along these lines, or you might not be feeling yourself, metaphorically, you might be feeling up in the air, not grounded enough. You might need a little bit of stabilizing. Some of you might be literally floating, like moving around, not sure where you are earthed or grounded. This could be due to some of this motion that's taking place. That could be referencing shifting or moving around, or new people hovering around, or conceptual ideas coming and going. You might have had an idea that you thought could be good, but you're now feeling it's stalled or static, that it needs some sort of opening or extra support or concept or pushing or moving on. It's not a bad sign or anything. It just generally means that something that you were either doing, thinking, creating or involved in might be in a state of status or ungrounded or unfounded. So you could have to do a little bit more homework, dig a bit deeper, expand a bit more, or create something a little more broader perhaps. Yeah, I'm thinking that you need to apply more strategy to get this going back in the right direction. But do you know what? There's more money there in that card at the side of this map. And maps traditionally mean travel or movement or moving forward. This accelerated motion is playing some sort of role in your whole philosophy or your direction at the moment. So as I say, for some of you this travel is physical, and for some of you it's more metaphysical in the mind, or like the soul's journey, or the traveling, or the lessons of life. You are being asked to apply a logical strategy to various situations around you, and it could even be to do with your finances. So if you're getting a job offer, or if someone has said to you, yeah, look, I might consider loaning you money, or I might consider buying something off you, you need to have something more structured, more formatted in writing. Also, this could be about the signing of documents, so that you need to get things signed or create something to sign. So if you're involved in some sort of partnership or liaison with other people, don't just do things on a handshake. I would be forming something very legally binding to make sure that it works in your favour. Exactly. So there's just a few cards that are popping up that are telling me there's great abundance in the background, there's great opportunity and great prosperity, but you've got to make some wise decisions around ways that this can be formatted and structured, who you are choosing to have represent you, and who you are choosing to selectively perhaps take these things from you or supply things to you. There's nothing worse than that in the card. What it does mean is that it feels as though there are options around you. And I think when we have contracts coming, or strategies that need to be applied, this whole blossoming abundance, money, career opportunities, creativity, you've just got to make sure that the right one is chosen. Let's see what this is over here. Ooh, yay, that's one of my all-time favourites, the Magician. So he is the magic in life. He is the alchemic creative power. But, again, I totally love this card, and I love the energy that it represents. I also really look at the number 8 above the head. So this is quite often talking about the cycle of life, the reincarnation, the karmic type things that can happen, the soul unions that can come in. So this guy here, because you've got people around you in this month, this guy here could be a soul type person, the way he jumped into the reading. But with the Magician, there's so much magic and so much opportunity, but you must find it. You have to actually do the hard yards when the Magician turns up. It's not usually just like winning lotto. So what it is hidden opportunities that you need to be aware of. You need to know how to pull them out of the blue, pull them from the ethers, and bring them down into this paradigm or this dimensional timeline, and have them create a reality that turns into a magical process. And that is what alchemy is, and that's why the Magician is an alchemic winner, an alchemic magic person. So for you to uplift the power of the Magician, you need to be aware of what to look for, depending on who you are and what area of life this is going to appear for you. You've got to be awake, you've got to be activated, you have to be prepared to put the hard work in, and then boom, you have magic. So it's wonderful when he turns up. Just don't waste the opportunity. He is really, really powerful, and I love when the Magician is in a reading. Nice, the Angel of Strength. And I often think of this card might relate to like a Leo, so a fire sign person. This could be indicative of someone in your life, or a situation where strength is imbued, either from you or to you. This particular angel can be used as your personal guide, and some of you may actually find that you have an animal guide coming to you, or that a lion or animals like that. Big cats might be representative of power energies or spirit guides in your life. You might find insight or awareness or calmness or some sort of support when you meditate on subject matter with these type of beings or creatures around you. It might give you answers, but know that anything that's been testing you or anything that you have found not going your way, you can apply this angel of strength's duty and perfunctory support for those issues. I think it also tells you that you can call upon your own inner strength to get through situations that might not be going the way you want or going as quickly as you want. It's a powerful card to have in, and it's always beautiful when the angels do come into our readings. So let's have a look and see what, in fact, I've moved that card, so I'm going to pick it. We've seen a little bit of romance coming your way in the month of May. So this could be there for some of you looking for new romance. Don't forget too that if you are already in an existing relationship, you might want to rekindle or fire up or reignite its own romance. So it's not always about finding a new love. It's just about bringing that essence of light, sweet love and joie de vivre and, fun energy into relationships. Most of the time, I guess it is referring to intimate relationships, but you can also take that as being romantic energies for yourself too, and bringing in the joy and the lightness and the, like fluttering heart energy. Crown chakra, the Sahasrara. It's a beautiful part of our bodies to ignite or initiate. Once we have got that energy tapped in, which comes to us through the pineal gland, then we find connection to source, to the energies of the cosmos, to that high frequency vibration of light and just vibrational energy. We can connect to our higher self, to our soul's journey. We can find answers to embellish our own physical life here. We can enlighten ourselves esoterically and cosmically and become more aware of pathways forward, of information that can be useful to us on this physical journey in this life, in our physical bodies. It can often mean, though, when the chakra cards turn up, that this particular part of your body is in fact blocked and it needs some opening, some meditation, some healing, some activation on it. And of course it's those type of colours that you can utilise. You can wear the sort of it's like a violet colour. You can wear violet colours, you can meditate with it, you can have Reiki healing or spiritual healing, physical on that part of your body. You can eat those colours type foods. Some of you may find that you have headaches or things going on in the top part of your head where you might need an adjustment to allow flow, and this could be like a neck adjustment or cranial osteopathy as well. The Knight of Swords, we're back in the air sign energy, and the knights follow their brothers, the page, with kind of like initiation of ideas or concepts. And this knight comes to us with quite a fired up energy. He can be ready to take on like change, and he wants ideas put forward. So he's quite swift, and he can be quite, not volatile, but he can be quite decisive in the words that he chooses to use. So he can be a little bit irritated in getting his message across or his energies. Now sometimes he can turn up as someone who might be coming into your life, like another air sign person, and they can stir things up and cause great excitement and passion, but at the same time they don't often stay a long time. So if this is a potential new romantic partner for some of you, or even just a new friend coming into your life, sometimes they're there to ignite us and to create passion or conflagration and move us to the next step, but they can be gone just as quickly as well. Let's see what your soul's journey card is, and it's acceptance. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. So these cards have beautiful mandalas. They're all different. The mandalas activate this the message within the card, so they kind of work at the subtle energy body level. If you stare into the mandala and actually really focus on it, then it creates an activation that will help your mind into allowing the words and the energy of the card about acceptance. So I might read from the book for you on what might be the message, if you just bear with me for a minute. Right now, your soul is learning acceptance. This may force you to feel out of control in a situation or with another person. So maybe this is yourselves feeling a little bit out of control in a situation or with someone else. So there may be some sort of tempestuous words or energies, or you want something said, or you get into a little bit of a discussion around communication. It feels as though you want to talk to someone about something and you want it said, and you want them to listen too. So we'll just go back to the book again. So I'll start again. Right now, your soul is learning acceptance. This may force you to feel out of control in a situation or with another person in your life. Just realize that the universe has given you this incredible opportunity to release control. Perhaps doing so will help you realize that there is a rhyme or a reason to everything in life. Rather than thinking that these are accidents that are occurring, refer to these conditions as moments of divine design. Maybe it is a person or a situation that you do not agree with right now. For the moment, instead of having to have a knee-jerk reaction based on an emotional response, stop, step back, observe, and make an attempt to understand both sides of the equation, which is an incredible gift for you to practice tolerance, grace, and patience. Realize that although you have come to accept a situation or condition, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are condoning a behavior or that you support it. You see it for what it is and recognize that there is something rich to learn from it. And it is interesting because we had this one upside down, we've got this one in as well. We had this, choose wisely over here. So sometimes it's, what do you want to choose in your life? Do you want to choose to just accept a situation and know that it's here for a reason and it's teaching us a lesson? Do you want to choose to walk away from some things that just aren't worthwhile fighting about or creating, a deeper scar or wound? Is it time to let things be and to move on and create magic and positivity in a situation and allow these new accelerated energies to turn up and take you on a different path? So let's see what else is coming. Yeah, and again, this is quite a beautiful card. It talks to us about learning life lessons, learning karmic lessons, connecting with the higher self, the esoteric knowledge, the cosmic awareness knowledge. I look at the moons there too, that on her head and beneath her feet. So moon cycles can be very tied into this energy, and of course we've just been through this powerful full moon, this set of moons in April and going back into March as well. She is on a journey of knowledge, awareness, growth and understanding, and also she can exude kind of like a physical presence as well. So there can be physical attraction when this card comes out, and we've seen a little bit of that with this card here, the accelerated motion, and also the daughter romance. So there is possibly some activation of something for some of you, either, as I say, rekindling current relationships or finding quite passionate new ones that could be very exciting and cause great fluctuation of energies and feeling of this passion and desire that come in. So quite a few different meanings to her particular energies, but she does talk about connection to the higher realms of life and learning and understanding that whole perspective of spiritual essence. Yeah, see, there's another one about walking away from something, learning to accept that things are as they are meant to be, and that we all go through events which can change our direction or grow us, and we have choices to make, whether we choose to stay or go, whether we choose to let it deflate us or to activate us or to take us to higher places and to learn from them and bring this energy in. So I think there's definitely, we knew there were people in your reading because of the way it started with the King of Cups, and then one of the next cards was the King of Swords, of course. And you've got attachment coming out, so it feels as though you're possibly stuck with something, and possibly stuck with someone in some sort of relationship base, not necessarily prepared to let them go, or not perhaps prepared to let things go until your side has been heard, or your words have been heard, or you've got something out there that you wanted people to know. I'm thinking there's a lot in this one about, look, is it worth it? Is it just better to let them go? Are they really causing positivity? Because when we are in places like attachment, we are in a space of being locked down and not being free to pursue our own pathway, but usually it's because of our own choice. We've locked ourselves into this situation. So the card can also sort of symbolize a little bit of depression and feeling down or stressed or anxious as well. So you've got positives, you've got romance going on in one sector, you've got this feeling like needing to let go without holding malice or envy, or holding on to something that it's time for it to evolve. It's like it's had its karmic life and it's like it's time to let it go. You started off so well with all this positivity of money and blossoming abundance. It's worthwhile not forgetting those and remembering how to apply the strength, utilizing the magician's energy, making sure this is free flowing to get your ideas and creativity in for the month. You've got this whole bundle of these that are all together over here, almost like they're undertones but sort of separate at the same time. So these are the ones to focus on and to harness with, and learn that this thing here, this word, this energy, this thought process, that direction is very, very powerful, and it brings in far greater options and directions and helps to create things like this to propel you on your journey. So there we are, Libra. Yours is a little bit more subdued, I think, for the month. It's got some good messages in there for you of possibilities and propositions, without doubt, and people. So you're busy with stuff going on and people in your life and decisions to make. So choose wisely, guys, and you will find that you will have blossoming abundance, and you can work hard and diligent and utilize that energy. So hey, thanks for joining me, guys, and leave your comments. I think everyone loves to read them as well. I certainly do. And thank you for sharing your stories with me. Please sub the channel and hit the notification button, and yeah, watch your moon and rising signs as well. Have a safe and happy, prosperous May. Much love, everyone. Namaste.